What is up, Sports Kita and KliqpodNation? Nation? As always, thank you for joining me, your boy JG, back with another What Did We Learn from Monday Night Raw? But before we hop in, I do want to give you guys a huge shout out, the entire world. You guys have given us so much love, so many views. I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you guys. I promise you, the honor, the honor is all mine to be able to do this for you guys. And not only that, hey, if you don't like watching the content, still appreciate you checking it out. But with that being said, let's hop into what we learned on tonight's Monday Night Raw. So the first thing I want to say is happy birthday, Stephanie McMahon. Big shout out to her. It's her birthday, doing big things, especially with the Connors children. You guys know that's a huge thing for me. So big shout out to the big boss lady. Also, she returned to TV tonight. And she is actually going to be the first thing that we talk about. What we learned tonight, the very first thing we learned tonight on Monday Night Raw, is that Stephanie McMahon is actually unsatisfied with the job Baron Corbin is doing being the active GM for Monday Night Raw. And it's in the initial segment. He meets her at the limo, and right there, she tells him how it is. She's not satisfied with the way he's handling the Shield situation. She's not satisfied with him putting himself in the Universal title match last week. What he needs to do is get himself a couple of partners and take care of it later tonight. So that is the very first thing we learned. And that will take us on the second thing we learned on tonight's Monday Night Raw. And that is actually going to be that the Revival shows they're a top tag team, but they are not the tag team. So tonight we get a tag title match. The Revival versus Dolph Ziggler and Drew McIntyre. This match, I got to say, it was absolutely fantastic. The Revival definitely held their own. They looked very glorious in this, might I say, to steal Bobby Roode's pun. But with all that being said, they are unfortunately unable to take the titles away from Dolph and Drew, who retain. But I gotta say, in a loss, the Revival did come out looking very strong to me, and I do look forward to seeing this match again. Let's get through the Super Show, and then I would like to see this matchup again for the tag team title match. And not only that, maybe add a little stipulation. But I gotta say, man, I do think the Revival is probably one of the best natural, old schoolish tag teams there is, and I look forward to seeing the title on these guys, and tonight they really proved they can hang with the big dogs. The next thing we learn on tonight's Monday Night Raw is that Chad Gable is not glorious. And this all stems from Chad Gable and Bobby Roode's little feud with the Ascension. Tonight we get the matchup, Connor versus Chad Gable. Honestly, when we started the match, or when I first acknowledged that the match was happening tonight, I thought Chad Gable was going to be victorious in this, and it was just going to be another thing, but he's not. Connor walks away victorious with the W, and to be honest, I think this hurts Chad. Not Bobby, but in this situation, Chad. And to be honest with all this, Bobby should already be a heel, so I don't know. I hope more dissension comes from this. I hope this really takes Bobby to the heel state of where he's like, man, I'm too good to be Chad Gable's partner. And hopefully this starts a feud between these two. But as for tonight, Connor, the Essential, walks away victorious. Chad Gable walks away with a big L. Hopefully better things on the horizon for that man. The next thing we learn on tonight's Monday Night Raw, guys, is Jinder Mahal and Alicia Fox actually find harmony in beating up Sunil Singh. And what all led to this is we get the match Finn Balor versus Jinder Mahal. Unfortunately, Jinder is not able to be victorious in this due to a distraction by Sunil Singh and Alicia Fox. They were actually going at each other. This distracts Jinder on these two. Finn's able to get the roll-up pin. Jinder's not satisfied. Exits the ring. Stares down Sunil, who's also getting stared at by Fox. Jinder starts to beat Sunil. Fox coaches them on. They end up in the middle of the ring in a harmony moment. So Gotta say, it's kind of a crazy pairing, but the way this was done, I actually enjoyed it, guys. Now, I just feel like this becomes a common weekly theme on this show. And that weekly theme is Brie Bella is the queen of botching. So, if you haven't been paying attention, the Bella twins have returned to the WWE in ring action. With that being said, Nikki Bella, I gotta say, I've said it on every other time I've seen her wrestle so far. She's not that bad. She has moments where, she has slip-ups. I don't really consider them botches. They're a little sloppy, but it gets the job done. And then she looks really tight to finish a match. She looks really good, really strong. But Brie, every week, every match she has been in since her return has had a botch. And with that being said, she doesn't disappoint tonight. Tonight, in a match, the Bella Twins and Natalya versus the Riot Squad. Brie Bella attempts a yes kick on Liv Morgan's face. Catches Liv dead in the face. You watch Liv fall over, literally knocked out. She's unable to perform, and I don't think per storyline, I think in actual real life, she got carted to the back, probably with a concussion. And this actually had me thinking, the WWE has got to watch out. This could only lead to a lot more lawsuits and do so much damage to everything you worked so hard to stay away from by removing chair shots, blood, things of that nature. So, hopefully Brie can get this fixed as we move forward. But I got to say, for me personally, it's becoming her trait. The next thing we learn on tonight's Monday Night Raw, guys, is that KO and Elias are not playing the same tune when it comes to working as a team. And the reason I say this is tonight we get a match. Bobby Roode versus Elias. KO in Elias's corner, Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley's corner. Bobby Lashley and Elias are outside the ring. Elias is doing his work on Bobby. KO decides he's going to chase down Lio Rush and put a hurting on him. During this chase, KO actually hits Bobby Lashley unintentionally. Ref sees it, DQs him, so Elias gets DQ'd for the match. So Elias loses per Kevin Owens' incidental contact. But not only that, guys, it's not only because of the incidental contact. After this, they try to chase down Lio Rush. And there's a point where they have Lio Rush in the middle of them, and they're on the outside. Lio Rush escapes into the middle of the ring, where Bobby Lashley meets and destroys both of these two. So, going into the Super Show, KO and Elias got to get it together, because they got a tough match ahead against John Cena and Bobby Lashley. And if you go in looking like that, it's going to be an absolute squashing, guys. And in my opinion, the most important thing we actually learned on Monday Night Raw tonight, Dean Ambrose is loyal to the Shield for now. Now, with that being said, you're probably wondering, especially if you didn't see the show, what is he talking about? Tonight, from the start of the show through the end, there was conflict. There was under the level turmoil. Thoughts of dissension in the ranks of the Shield. We start out the show by Braun Strowman, Drew McIntyre, and Dolph Ziggler speaking directly to Dean Ambrose in the Shield. Telling the Shield, at the Super Show, it's going to actually be 4-on-2. Isn't that right, Dean? And then they start playing the games, getting into Dean's head. The Shield wasn't there for you when you got injured. They both have titles. Where's your title? They don't care about you. Look, buddy. They even say, look, buddy. Dolph and Drew, we got the tag titles. Braun, after he beats Roman, he's going to be the Universal Champ. The Intercontinental Championship, it's all yours as far as we're concerned. And you can see it gets the gears turning. And at a point, Seth tries to reverse the table on Drew McIntyre, but Drew's too smart. Even approaches Dean and reminds him, hey, bud, this isn't going to work on me, but We're actually telling you fact. You've always been the third wheel. And don't forget, isn't it Seth who turned his back on you? Then, at the main event of the evening, which is the Shield versus the Constable and AOP, which I will actually touch back on AOP right after we talk about this part, because I'm actually happy with the booking with them tonight. But we get the Shield win. Match breaks down, but the Shield wins. There's a moment where Dean is sitting in between Braun, Dolph, and Drew, and Seth and Roman, his Shield brethren. He looks both ways and decides to go into the ring with his brethren. Now, at this point, you're probably thinking the Shield, they're strong, they're united. But in my mind, Dean's uncertain. He doesn't think this group's for him. He's not like the others. He's more like the other three. Think about it. He's the fringe lunatic. Are the other guys not badasses? Lunatic needs to be there, not with the Shield. But as far as we're concerned for now, Dean is loyal. But how long does this loyalty last? And before we get out of here, guys, I want to talk about AOP finally getting a spot in the main event against real competition. Absolutely loved it. It was unfortunate they didn't come out with the win in this. I was very bummed about that. But it is a progression. It does build for them. And I don't think in any way they came out of this match looking strong. Or, sorry, weak. I think they actually came out very strong. And it fully put them in that top tier of tag team. So we will see them in the title hunt very soon in the near future. I can guarantee you that. Also, our YouTube fans, I know, sorry guys, we have got kind of lackadaisical since we've been working with the Sportskita, but I promise you, as of next week, the game footage will be back on all videos. Not only that, we will have the Madden content back up and generating. But for right now, at least this week, I want to do a couple extra videos for Sportskita. But I will get you up some Madden content. But with that being said, guys, as always, thank you so much for tuning in. I can't tell you guys enough, man. It literally means the world to me. Right here, like I always say, guys, I might have never met you, but you're definitely family if you're here. But with that being said, guys, as always, take names, kick ass, and peace.